stood up, he was ready. The end. Now it's time for you guys to go to bed now. Alright now, chillin'. I guess we'll read one more. Now here is the second volume of History is Timeless, where Trump once again tries to take history away from the civilian people. Now boys and girls, this isn't like the same story that I told you a little while ago, or the previous eras, but in fact, it takes place after what happens in the end. With the cliffhanger, you guys remember that? Exactly. Now it all started with the great scientist, Isaac Valencia. The scientist who invented time travel to save history from President Trump.
I am officially rewriting history to have it all about me, M-I-E, me. With all my loans of a small loan of $1 million, I can rewrite history to the way I want it to be, because I am the greatest president of all time. Obama, more like no Obama. It's all about Trump. Make America great again, or make America just like Trump. T to the R to the U to the M to the P. Trump.
Anyways, his first journey would be headed into the terrible time of World War II, where Harry Truman would fill him in on the acts of the horrible German leader.
Hey, you look kind of sick. Do you know me why? You're in the White House of 1945. Basically, everything fell to pieces since Roosevelt passed away. It felt like the stars and the moon has fallen on me. But basically, that's another story for another day. Basically, there are two key points in World War II. Germany's campaign and nuclear weapons. So, let me take you through those 2 points. So first off, there's this man, this ugly, horrendous, monstrosity, abomination, hideous German man. A man with little to no artistic talent and mediocre skill for something as simple as drawing a scene of nature. His name is Adolf Hitler. Although there was something that he was much more passionate about than paintings, the Aryan nation. He explained his need for global cleansing in his book Mein Kampf. He said, if you are not white, blonde, and have blue eyes, you are not part of the superior race of the world. So, Hitler built concentration camps to keep the inferior race working hard labor before they met their inevitable fate. Yeah, Hitler stressed out President Roosevelt, but that's not in comparison to how stressed out I am feeling at the moment. I have the ability to end the Great War. How, you ask? Well, through the great minds involved in the Manhattan Project in New Mexico, the innovations they cooped up in their labs will hopefully bring about peace after the whole shebang. Everyone is counting on me to make the right decision on whether to use these atomic weapons or not, but I think my decision will have little to no backlash in the future. You know what they say, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Now, if you excuse me, I have more to end.
The next fish to tackle now chillin', the scientist would be headed into the Cold War era, where he would commune with Joseph McCarthy and learn about society. Well, hey there, stranger. You look kind of new here, so I guess I should bring you up to speed on when you are. Get it? Unless you're a commie, because then I'm not really going to help you out. But anyways, welcome to the Cold War era. Now, follow me. This is the kind of cold you feel when you get your woman angry. You know what that feels like, right? I know you do. But basically, in this Cold War, you have 3 main parts. You have the arms race, McCarthyism, that's me, and the space race. Now, let's get started with the arms race. Here's a simple way to remember what it's like. There are 2 5-year-old children, okay? And the kid on the left has one special toy that he just got. He is so proud and happy of his new toy that he shows another little child. But the other one is very envious. And that envy grows and continues, so he ends up getting a toy for himself. And soon, before you know it, both children are bringing more and more toys to outmatch the other. Now this is a good analogy when you switch the one on the left with the US and the one on the right with the Soviets, those dang commies. And the toys? Well, those are nuclear arms. Yeah, the arms race was scary. But, you know what's even more terrifying? Communism!
Communism?
Yeah, communism is bad. And you know why it was bad? It was the direct opposite of the American dream. And it's nations like the Soviet Union and China that are easily spreading their influences and might even get to the US. That is no bueno. So what I did, I am McCarthy. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but basically I was the reason for the second Red Scare. And I conducted interviews with such regular people, and I found out that they were communists, and we caught them red-handed. Get it? Because they're communists. Hey, Senator Melissa, what is your favorite fruit?
Red apples?
You mean red like communism? Communists right here! Get him! Congressman Valencia, what does the tag say on your shirt?
Made from China?
So you support China? So you support the communists? Communists! Communists, you're all communists! Get the camera! And that's basically all you have to know about the Cold War era. It's just nothing but a bunch of communist stuff. Wait, why do you want to learn about all this communist stuff? Are you like a spy or something? Are you a communist? Somebody, get the communists! The next stop would be around 1970s to the 1990s. Phyllis Schlafly would guide him into the social and political movements that impacted the era.
Is that a man I see? Do you think you could use your strong muscles and help me put these up? Oh, thank you so much. I have no idea what I would have done without your masculine help. I can't believe what these women have been doing these days. I feel like I've been running around forever just voicing my own opinion. It's because it's the 1970s after all. You don't look like you're from around here, are you? Do you even know what's been going on? Well, let me tell you.
Let me start off with what I believe in. I'm an anti-feminist advocate, the national leader of the conservative movement, and I created the pro-family movement. Not only do I think feminism is wrong, I think people who are pro-era are wrong. President Nixon is one of those people. If we follow Nixon's beliefs, all women are going to become horrible mothers in the future. Speaking of Nixon, do you know what he did? During his presidency, he incriminated himself by recording all the conversations he had in the White House. He talked about breaking into the Democratic headquarters. This became known as the Watergate scandal and led to his impeachment. However, he resigned before it was passed.
I am not a crook. I do only what's best for this country. I'm sorry I failed you all you folks. I am proud to have served you. I am going to resign now.
It's very good.
So that's basically what's been going on. A lot of political and counter-era issues, as well as not trusting the government. And remember, ladies, your place is in the kitchen.
The scientists had recovered history from 3 different eras, and all that work was accomplished. But he wasn't done. He was on his way to the era of the Vietnam War. But what he didn't know...
I'll tell you about the immigration laws later after Nice try, buddy, but you can't save history because Trump's saving it. You're fired.
Now that, boys and girls, is the end of the story.
Another cliffhanger?
Rarely pops.
Alright. Now it's time for Betty Little Sons of...
Here I am on my knees again. I'll do anything just to make it right. Say you'll understand. Oh, I know you can. Come on, Mary. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream.
Thank you so much. I don't know what I would do without your strong, masculine muscles.
Alright, so just gonna be like, just.
If only you're my precious blessing. Let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be
It just went from downhill from there. Oh no! What happened after that? But that's a conversation for another day.
You suck.
But that's not a comparison.
Stop.
Stop smiling! The ability to wipe.
Well, hey there, stranger. Well, ever understand what the nuclear arms race is? Somebody, get the car! I'm not crunk. I don't believe what's breath.
Somebody got
I did.
I'm so sorry.
Nice try, buddy. But history is. Nice try.